Hello and welcome to Cloud Tech Talks. This is Pritesh. I'm back with another video. Today's video is part 5 of must-have cloud solutions for the new normal, and we are going to talk about digital transaction management. So let's get started. Before I get started with the video, I just wanted to make a very simple request for you to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Please share it with your family, with your friends, and please do comment if you have any suggestions or feedback for the kind of videos that I'm making, whether it's about the quality, whether it's about the content. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Digital transaction management is nothing but the ability to conduct a transaction virtually or digitally without the use of paper, right? So you must have heard of solutions which exist in the market, such as DocuSign or HelloSign or EchoSign, etc. These solutions, they allow a user to sign a document or approve a specific process within an organization, which typically is done with the use of paper, but it allows a digital signature to come into place, and it is also secure at the same time, keeping in mind the compliance and the security policies of that given company or the country or the jurisdiction as well overall, right? So to understand why it is one of the must-have solutions for the new normal, let's look at the key use cases and business benefits from digital transaction management. So the first use case that I wanted to talk about is more functional from a sales or a customer service perspective. How can you make sure that sales orders, your account provisioning, partner agreements, etc., all of them are virtually signed, right? So most insurance companies, most banking organizations, they have implemented procedures for people to enroll themselves digitally, provide their documents digitally, and also sign digitally end to end as a process to be able to make the most of the digital world that we live in right now. And obviously it's not feasible for someone to visit an organization directly from a customer service perspective. So that's where the digital transaction management piece takes real precedence over anything else that you used to follow as a process earlier on. The second use case that I wanted to discuss was on the lines of human resource management or HR or recruitment for that matter. How can you make sure that once your offer is rolled out to a candidate, the entire process of signing the employment contract, offer letters, and everything that the employee needs to officially agree to with the organization is handled by the organization from a digital perspective, right? So contracts, NDAs, employment agreements, etc., everything that has to be signed can all be done digitally now, and that's why this becomes one of the most important use cases from a transaction management perspective. The third use case I wanted to talk about is more from a finance or audit perspective, where you are getting sign-offs from auditors, from your finance stakeholders, or from your payment or your expense management departments, etc. So how can you make sure that all of these departments, they provide their sign-offs officially digitally with the right timestamp and code attached to every signature that goes into play? So this is one of the most important use cases, because it's really pertaining to money getting approved either within or outside the organization to get transferred, etc. So this from an audit, finance, expense management perspective is one of the key use cases for digital transaction management. And last but not the least, legal or compliance. The most widespread user base for contract management, etc., and the people who really deal with contractual subjects are lawyers, and this department really needs to make sure that they can execute all of the contracts digitally, without the need for having to sign a physical paper. So whether it's contracts, NDAs, IP licensing documents or compliance policies, etc. Everything that needs to be signed, whether within an organization or with your vendors, partners, suppliers, etc., whoever that is, need to make sure that the authenticity for documents is intact, and you at the same time you are able to do it digitally and in a secure way. So these are the 4 use cases I wanted to talk about from a digital transaction management perspective. Now let's look at the business benefits for implementing such a solution. First, since we spoke about the sales and the customer service angle, from a business perspective, you will definitely be able to close deals faster, and that's how it directly relates to the sales or the customer service angle as well. So you are able to close deals faster, you are able to make sure that you are able to execute it from any device, any console as well, and no matter where the specific individual is accessing the information from. And most importantly, you provide a better customer experience in the process of providing digital transaction management to your employees. Secondly, we spoke about hiring and recruitment. You definitely get a business benefit of faster onboarding of employees. You reduce errors that happen in the process, and you also save time overall from the process of onboarding an employee. Something that used to take days or weeks can be done in minutes now, because everything is happening digitally. Thirdly, we spoke about audits and expenses, etc., those kind of sign-offs from a finance perspective. How can you make sure from a benefit perspective you speed up invoicing, you standardize processes, and the workflows are automated, are in place for the right people to approve or reject the expenses and the policies when the time is right. So really speeding up the processes for operations to be able to make sure that all of this information is available at the right time for the right stakeholders to approve or reject. And lastly, we spoke about legal contracts, NDAs, etc. So overall, a business benefit is to be able to save time. Be able to keep control of your documents, and make sure that you are securing the company's rights, etc. And you improve your overall audits and trails associated to all of these documents and transactions that are happening in the organization. So I hope that gives you a perspective of why digital transaction management is one of the must-have solutions for the new normal. Until next time, this is Pritesh signing off from Cloud Tech Talks. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and share this video with your family and your friends to be able to get better visibility. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.